welcome to Patti Knits and Spins. I'm Patti. You can find me on Ravelry as Pattisand, and there is a group, Patti Knits and Spins Podcast, so please come and join me. Today is September 20th, 2014, and this is episode 38. 28 years and counting. On today's show, I will be talking to you about my whips, my hoe, stash flash, polymer fun, a week in review, errata, and whatever else crosses my mind. So, grab your craft of choice, your beverage of choice. Today, mine is ginger ale. And let's chat. My whips for this week, I am still working on the Wink cardigan, but it did not see any love at all this week, so I left it out by my knitting chair, and hopefully there'll be some work on it this week. I went ahead and started the spongy dishcloth for the Smells Like Yarn podcast knit along. And sorry about all the ums. This was done by Stephanie Linder. Gotta wait for it to loop bowed up. Here we go. And this is what it looks like when it's finished. It is one that you can slide your hand into and scrub really well. So here is the start. I am knitting these, I think on the needle it calls for, I think this is an 8. Let me double check that. Sorry about that, I'm just not very, it is an 8, 5.0 millimeter. I am using, oh I didn't bring the tag. This is a sugar and cream that I got at Joann's. On sale for like 99 cents or $1.97 or something like that. Here's what it looks like in the skein. I'm liking the pattern. It's a lot of fun. It is 4 rows. First 2 are the same, so the second 2 are different. So the first 2 are one, and the second 2 are a different stitch. It's a free pattern. Go ahead and check it out. Go check out Ross's podcast, Smells Like Yarn. I am going to adjust this and make it a little bit bigger so I can put it on the magnifier so that I can get rid of the pillowcase that covers my light and magnifying for my stitching area. So there we go. And it doesn't live anything because it just gets thrown in a box. My hoe! I got one of the socks finished this week. I was there last week, so I did the heel and knit up the sock. I just did a 2x2 rib. This sock, I was halfway into the heel when I realized that my numbers were way off. I had 35 stitches on each side instead of my normal 34. So I went up, I frogged it back, went up, and put 1 stitch on both sides. So this is a 72 sock instead of a 68. I have no idea how I did it or why I did it, or my mind must have been somewhere else when I was increasing once, but I went ahead and just did that. So this is the Fish Lips Kiss Heel. This is out of Sensation Sock, truly patterned in the pink red colorway. Right here that is. And I started the second sock. So I've got these on my normal Addy Sock Rockets on a US 1 2.25, and I am enjoying the knit. It's nice and mindless and I don't have to worry about it. So there is the hoe and the whip in my Hawaii bag still. I don't have anything on needle adjacent just yet. I want to get these things finished. I want to get what's on my wheel done. I really need to finish what's on my wheel. I haven't touched my wheel in probably over a month. So I need to get back on the wheel. Last Saturday, after I podcasted, I decided to play some more with some polymer clay. Excuse extreme close-up. So I made some more magnets. I made this one nice and shiny. So I tried a different cane with different colors. And then this one I smushed together, cut it in half, and then lined it back up. And that is what I did with this one also. I really like how that's turning out when you cut it take your cane and twist it and then cut it in half and squish it back together. I think it turns out really cool. And this one, I like how that one turned out. And this one I made for my husband because he is my heart. So, there we go. I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking that I'm going to make a whole bunch of these because I have lots of family. And I might be giving these as Christmas presents this year because I think they're fun and they're pretty and they're turning out really great. So that's my goal for that one. Okay, wow, this is going to be a short one because I'm already on Stash Flash. I have a nice big Stash Flash this week though. If you recall when they were still in the bins, the clear bins, I had one clear bin that was my favorite. They're mostly indie dyers, and I'd like to show those to you. This is my Tempted in the Gothic colorway in the Glam Girl. It's 420 yards for 100 grams, and I picked this up at SSK in 2012, I think. Yeah, I think. I don't remember anymore. I should write these things down, but I picked this up at the first SSK. And this one is 3U's Twisted in Fire. No, 3U's Twisted in Fiber. Light My Fire. So this is 80 superwash, 10 merino, 10 nylon. And they're cashew sock yarn. So it is striping. And it's 425 yards. So it's an orange, a red, and a white. And they usually do come in balls, and I did try to knit something out of it, and I didn't like it, so I went ahead and just skeined it back up since I wasn't sure when I was going to do it again. Before CJ Kopeck Creations went out of business, I picked up some Integrity. And this is, let me see. It is 75 superwash wool, 25% nylon in the watermelon colorway. I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it would make a really, really pretty shawl. I think it would make a fantastic shawl. Then I have a skein of Knitter's Nightmare Alien Autopsy. This one is in the Skeleton Sock, which is 400 yards for 1,000 or for 100 grams. Sorry, and this is 100% superwash merino. And I really like that color. I think it's very, very pretty. I have some Sparketous dyes, and this is in the Wabi Sabi colorway in the Liberace sock, which is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% gold stellina. And the stellina is kind of hard to see in this colorway, but I really like it. I think it's very pretty. Every once in a while, it'll move just right, and you can see just a little pop of sparkle on it. Sorry. Okay, I have another Crafty Girl. This is called Roast Beast, and it was created in 11/8/2002. It's on her Twinkle sock, which is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% stellina. And I think it's the same gold stellina because you can kind of see it pop up in there. And I really like that green. I think that green is very, very pretty. Okay. Dancing Dog Dye Works in the Glitter Paw. 75% superwash merino, 20 nylon, 5 stellina, and 348 yards. In the Sugar Skulls. And somebody's here, so I will be back. Hubby brought home lunch for me today, so of course I'm going to stop and have lunch with him. But now we're back to the Stash Flash. This is Unwind Yarn Company in the Wildflowers colorway in their Twinkle socks. 75% superwash merino, 20 nylon, 5 stellina, 438 yards. I think I have a sparkle problem. What do you guys think? Ooh, almost had a breakdown over here. Oh, another crafty girl in the strong sock, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. There is 400 yards, and this is called Scream. And this is one of their, it's one of the Yarn Club yarns. So here we go. I really like it. It's so pretty. Then I have the North Cabin Fiber Crafts in the Iditarod base. This is called Grapefruit Marmalade 2, 450 yards of a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And I just loved the orange in this. I think that is so nice looking with that yellow. And I like that a lot. Then I've got some Gail's Art, which you guys have probably already seen, in the Wonder Sock Yarn, Superwash BFL, and 75% and 25% nylon. And this one is the Graffiti and Asphalt. This is 465 yards out of 3.5 ounces. Or 100 grams. I guess I could have done that one, so there we go. I really think that these need to be socks, and I think that these need to be Hermione's Everyday Sock. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And some Vesper Twinkle Lights. So this is going to be my Christmas striped sock this year. This is 100% superwash merino wool, and it is 428 of self-striping. And I just love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. This looks so great in all the colors. And then you've seen this one before. This is the Fiber Nymphs Dye Works. Sorry about that. In the Fruit Loops. This is her bedazzled base, which is 75 superwash merino, 10 nylon, and 5 stellina. That's 20%. I'm sorry. So it's 75 superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, 438 yards. And I just love it. I love it. I love it. I need to use it. I almost thought that this could be my October socks, striped socks, but I have another skein that I can use that's still in there that you haven't seen that I'll use for that. This one is the Cyborg's Craft Room, which you've seen this one also, in the Sparkleite, 75% superwash merino, 10 nylon, 5 stellina. In the Unicorn Rainbow Glitter Fight. And in this one there is approximately 436 yards for 100 grams. I just love it. I love the top. Then I have this one. This one is Space Cadet Creations. This one is on the Aurora. This is the Aurora base. I can't tell. It's 70 superwash, 20 cashmere, 10 nylon. Sorry about that. This might be the Aurora color. No, it's Toad, the Toe Up Party. Yes, so it's the Aurora base, and it's this Toad, the Toe Up Party. So there we go. This is when Single-Handed Knits had Sock the Vote. I tried to make a sock with it, and I just didn't like the sock pattern I picked, so I went ahead and frogged it and skeined it back up. The last two, you've seen one and haven't seen the other one. These are both from Leading Men's Fiber Arts. This is the one I won. This is the Director's Interpretation Showstopper, 463 yards and 100 grams. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And in the same base, the Showstopper, this is Tequila Sunrise. I really like it. There we go. Okay, stitching. I had completely forgot that the last clue for the mysterious Halloween town came out. So last night I printed it off, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do the bottom. There are some things in it that I like. I like her design of it. I just don't know if I wanted to put it on there. So I'm still kind of waffling on that one, so I left that aside. I did work a little bit on my fairy, but not enough to show. And I figured with the fairy, since it is such a big project, that I would, at the beginning of every month, show you what I had for the last month and how much I got done, you know, at the beginning of the month and then at the end of the month, and then show that at the beginning of the month. I hope that made sense. I hope it did. This is all for the knitting portion, so if you leave me now, I hope you have a great week, and I hope to see you next week. And if you're sticking around, I want to talk to you about why some of the crafting has gone down. As some of you know, I've been having some medical issues with pain, and sometimes that pain has been triggering an upset stomach that lasts forever. On Monday I went in and had a test done and nothing was found. I'm A-okay, there's no cancer, no nothing, so we're really, really happy about that. But that still doesn't tell us why I have pain. And that morning of the test I'd already started feeling sick to my stomach, and I went all week. So I had the test on Monday. By Friday I couldn't handle it anymore. I was in tears. I couldn't eat anything. I've lost 4 pounds. Not a good way to lose weight. So I finally said, okay, hubby, take me to the doctor because this is not getting any better. I went, and the doctor I saw at First Care was wonderful. 5 minutes with me, he's already talking about sending me to Anchorage to see a specialist, which hopefully that will work because I cannot live like this anymore. I cannot live with being sick for 5 days because you can't function. I couldn't get off the couch one day. And there were times where I'd have to get off the couch and sit in a chair. And even though I wasn't throwing up, sorry guys, too much information, I just still, you can't function. Your head's not in it. I couldn't really knit. I couldn't really do anything. I just had to lay there, and sometimes I could only listen to the TV because I couldn't watch it because I would get dizzy and sick. So I will be going to Anchorage to see a specialist, hopefully in the next month. But he did give me a shot. He gave me some pills, and that's why I'm sitting here in front of this today, because the shot worked. I ate dinner last night, which was really small. It was soup and rice and some vegetables. And today I have been able to eat lunch with my husband, which was only half a cup of soup. I mean, it wasn't even a big cup of soup. It was just a little half a cup of soup and some oatmeal this morning. So I am feeling better. I'm hoping that now it's turned the corner. I have more pills in case it does start up again, and I'll just go ahead and take those. So I'm really, really hoping that I've turned the corner, and I hope the specialist can tell me why this thing hits me so hard and I'm down. The other thing I want to say, hopefully there's some of you still left after that graphic TMI, sorry, is first, Silly Fruit. I hope you get well soon. I'm thinking of you. Heart you, girl. And I hope that everything turns out okay. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go over to Silly Fruit's group, which is SPK. And Heather of Highland Handmaids has put down what's going on. So read that about Silly Fruit. And the second thing is, today is my 28th wedding anniversary. And I'm really glad I'm feeling better so I can at least go out and have soup with my husband tonight for our anniversary. It has been very strange this year to be now an empty nester. We've been married 28 years, and we've always had a kid. Bruce was our honeymoon baby. So 9 months after the honeymoon, we had Bruce. So there's always been a child in the home. So it's been very strange not to have a person other than the two of us in a house. So this is the time that you find out if you really like your husband or not. And I've decided I do. He's a pretty great guy. But I think that's all I've got for you this week. I hope I haven't bored you guys too much with this rattling on. I want to say thank you to everyone who posts on the YouTube channel. I'm sorry it does take me a little while. Even with the new computer does not let me go into YouTube and answer those, so I have to use my husband's computer. And sometimes I just forget, and I do apologize for that. I do appreciate all of your comments. I do read them. And Palette PC, I want to let you know that I did go and sign up for that group, and I did find that thing, and I got it to work. So now it is just waiting to get all of the silks to start the Hawaiian mandala. So, and I will leave you here on this nice rainy day here in Fairbanks. That's why the lighting is kind of weird. I had to use overhead. That I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I hope to see you guys next week with at least some spinning. Bye, guys. Hi, I have some errata I need to clear up. The first SSK was in 2012. The Roast Beast was done in 2012, not 2002. And the Asakalate base, which I told you was 70-10 and 5, is actually 70-20 and 5. Sometimes I just don't know where my head is. So, again, I will sign off and say, I hope you have a great week. And I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.